What's good, YouTube? It's the curse of Earth and prophecy. And, man, people and their excuses for James Harden is getting ridiculous, dog. Like, I know you can make all the excuse, well, he had James Harden, well, he had Russell Westbrook, that didn't work. Well, he had CP3, that didn't work. Well, he had, Dwight Howard, well, that didn't work. Well, at the time, they never, it's not like they was coming off a championship team, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they was coming off a championship team. But they're still superstars. You know what I'm saying? They're still stars, they're still superstars. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. At the end of the day, the Rockets gave everything that they could. You know what I'm saying? The Rockets literally gave everything that they could to James Harden. You know what I'm saying? The Rockets gave everything that they could to James Harden, and it still backfired on him. Why? Because you can't win with James Harden. You cannot win. It don't matter what situation you put him in. It don't matter how many stars you put around him. It's always going to be the same dance. That's why I'm here today to say that, I had some time to think about it and stuff like that. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. The big three down in Brooklyn is not going to work. Now, a lot of people might say, well, they haven't played yet, this and that and the third. Listen, I have seen this dance already too much. You know what I'm saying? The reason why it's not going to work is because you can't throw a whole bunch of great talent in one pool and expect them to blossom, You just can't. The way that the Lakers lost to the Pistons is that they got punched in the mouth, okay? The Sixers didn't have the acquisitions that, the Pistons had to defeat Shaq, Ben Wallace was put on Shaq. Who was guarding Kobe at the time? You know what I'm saying? Prince. So you see where I'm coming from. There's a blueprint of winning to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, say what you want. The Dallas Mavericks had no business winning that championship. A lot of people might say, like, how can the Heat lose to the Dallas Mavericks? Well, the Dallas Mavericks had a whole bunch of guys who contributed. And I don't think James Harden and Kyrie Irving know the meaning or the definition of sacrifice. KD gets it, but I don't think those two get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be very interesting. It really is, because it's boom or bust, because KD and Kyrie both have options. They can opt out. If this doesn't work, let's say this doesn't work and they get bounced out in the semifinals. Let's say they make it to the semifinals and they get bounced out. Okay, we're gonna try it one more year. We get to the playoffs, advance to the NBA finals, and then lose in 4. And all those draft picks that they accumulated, all that draft picks that they gave away to Houston, they might turn out to be busts. They might turn out to be superstars. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just only speculating. So I just think that the Nets are in win now mode because, like I said, they have not won a championship in so long. We got 2. Even though y'all could clown, the Knicks got 2, 1970 and 1972. They're still championships. You know what I'm saying? They're still championships. Just like how y'all like to clown the Dallas Cowboys for not winning a championship in almost, 15 years? 16 years? They still have 5 championships. No matter how many, no matter how you slice it, they still got 5 championships, okay? But at the end of the day, the Nets never won anything, So They in win now mode. They have no chance. They have no patience to groom a rookie. That's why they gave up Jared Allen. Jared Allen is only 22. Now, people might say, well, they can go small ball. They could possibly can. They don't necessarily need a center. You know what I'm saying? Because what they lack in defense, they can make up for in offense efficiency. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of points in the paint. You know what I'm saying? That's the stat that everybody lacks or not understanding. Like points in the paint, rebounding, extra possessions, that's going to hurt them down the stretch because they're not going to have they're not going to have a true big man to say, all right, go get those extra rebounds or this or that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they pick one cheap in the free agency and whenever free agency comes, but they're no Jared Allen. Like they're not a Jared Allen. So I just think that it's gonna haunt them in the long run. You've seen how Miami Heat had to deal with no center. If Miami Heat had a true, legitimate center, I think they would have came close of winning that championship. But since they didn't have a center, you saw how Jimmy Butler gave it his all, going out there scoring 40 points, going out there putting his team on his back. If he had a true center like a Joel Embiid, if they would have traded for Joel Embiid, saying hypothetically, then I think they would have had a shot. I think Joel Embiid versus AD, that's a great matchup. You know what I'm saying? And Bam Adebayo match up well against whoever. Or they could double team LeBron James or whatever have you. But since they didn't have no center, you saw how that game looked. Now, obviously, Jimmy Butler was the only person on that team that was scoring, In the Brooklyn Nets case, the Brooklyn Nets have 3 legitimate players that could put it in the bucket. Now, a lot of people might say, well, who's going to get the last shot? Who's going to shoot the last ball? There's only one ball. Just give it to KD. Just give it to KD. Like they all are capable of shooting in the clutch. They have clutch genes written on them, DNA wise, you know what I'm saying? But, if I was the Nets, I would just give it to KD because KD, he's more clutch than those two. Kyrie's a little bit streaky. James Harden is a little bit streaky. But KD, he's automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could pull up from 30 and still drain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you can stop that. You know what I'm saying? You could only contain it. So, I just think that this is going to be a bad matchup. You know what I'm saying? Not really a bad matchup, but chemistry-wise. Kyrie never played with James Harden before. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to have to learn how to play with one another. You know what I'm saying? They're all ISO dominant players. You know what I'm saying? Like they like to, fancy dancy, they like to, put on a show. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that the way that teams won in the past with either the big 3 or big 2, they had one thing in common. The third option. Now, a lot of people may not gloss over the third option. Like, who cares about the third option? Third option helps. When Kobe won his second championship without Shaq, who was their third option? Lamar Odom. When the Boston Celtics won against, the Lakers in '09. Who was their third option on that team? Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Rondo, Paul Pierce. You name it. You know what I'm saying? Or when the Lakers won this last year's championship, who is the third option on that team? People might say Rondo. So, third options are really crucial when it comes down to the nitty-gritty. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how your minds are wired. You know what I'm saying? You automatically think, oh, this is automatic lock. Like, the Nets are just going to breeze through the damn East. Like, LeBron James is still there, hypothetically saying. And people are going to assume that the Nets are going to win the championship. Like, okay, the Nets, the Sixers don't matter. The Celtics don't matter. The Heat don't matter. The Bucks don't matter. None of these teams matter because they don't have the quote unquote offense efficiency that Brooklyn has. You know what I'm saying? That may be true, but you know what? Like I said, you can't put a whole bunch of talent in one bowl and expect them to come out all nice. You know? That's why the Heat lost their first championship because they was learning how to play with one another. That's when they came in the second go around, and then they obviously won. Even though it was against a baby Thunder team, it doesn't matter. You face who you face in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying, or the NBA Finals. You know, if they would have faced somebody's more superior, I still think the Miami Heat would have won. You know what I'm saying? But since they was going against a whole bunch of babies, you know what I'm saying, unexperienced, raw talent, but just unexperienced. You saw how that game went. You know what I'm saying? Just like how nobody gave Allen Iverson a shot against the Lakers. He proved everybody wrong. Even though he lost that series, he took it to him. You know what I'm saying? So, same thing with Miami Heat, with Jimmy Butler. Nobody expected, everybody thought that the Bucks was going to face the Lakers. Giannis versus LeBron James. That didn't happen. Even though I think LeBron James would have obviously won that game. I think Bucks would have probably won at least 2 games. But, it is what it is. But, a third star is very crucial in any team, in any championship team. You traded Spencer Dinwiddie is out. You know what I'm saying? You traded Karis LeVert. So now you don't even have a backup point guard if one of those two goes down. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think James Harden and Kyrie is going to play all those games. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be nights where they're going to have to sit out. Nursing a hamstring or whatever. So you're going to have to find that third backup center or that third backup point guard to, take the pressure off of those two. Or what happens when KD goes out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna play all those games. Like, there's gonna be some nights where KD's gonna have to rest. You know what I'm saying? Managing his minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the Nets gave up way too much for James Harden. Like, really, like. But that's the Nets for you, man. The Nets will never change. The Nets will continue to keep on doing the same bullshit that they have been doing since the dawn of day. They don't believe in grooming their rookies. They don't believe in holding their talent. Like, I just believe that the Knicks are doing it the right way. Even though the Knicks are struggling, in the long haul, it's gonna make up for everything. Like, if those picks turn out to be studs, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they would have drafted a Mikey Williams or, Bronny James or whatever have you, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, again, like, I've seen this dance way too many times, But people might think that, oh, the Nets are going to go all the way. No, they're not. Now, they are going to go to the NBA Finals. They are going to go to the NBA playoffs. But are they going to win? No. History has shown that they have come close, but no cigar. With KD and with KG and Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? When they moved to Brooklyn, when they assembled like the Big Four, Brook Lopez, like, I've been saying the whole crap all over again. I've been saying the whole speech time after time after time. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Nets are never going to change who they are. You know, the Nets are that organization where they just go after big pieces because they have no time and they have no effort to groom a rookie. They have no time and effort to build up a roster. And when they do build up a roster, they get players either past their prime, broken down, or don't have it no more. I'm not saying that KD, Kyrie, and James Harden are all broken down, but they're getting up there in age. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if it doesn't work out, I think they all will give it a second chance. But after that, if that doesn't work out, then they're just going to opt out and go somewhere else. And Brooklyn is going to be looking stupid right in the face. Or we're going to be laughing. Told your dumbass not to do all that. And they really didn't. They were fine. Karis LeVert, they had two good backup point guards. I wish the Knicks had one of them. You know what I'm saying? Especially Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is very good. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think he's out for the year. I think he'll be back around playoffs. Because that's the same bullshit they said about Rondo. Oh, Rondo's out for the year. And he turned out to be okay. And he wound up playing in the playoffs. So I don't believe all that. That's what happens when you listen to the media too much. You know what I'm saying? Which I never do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, everybody thought Rondo was going to be out for the season. Come to find out, he came right back in time within the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, But, like I said, man, Brooklyn Nets fans, if y'all listening, y'all are a piece of walking trash. Y'all will never win anything. Y'all owners suck. Y'all front office are trash. And I hope y'all burn and crash. Just like y'all have been doing in the past. Y'all had D'Lo. Y'all had a great record. Y'all let him go for nothing. And that was just that. You know what I'm saying? You got past the second round with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what to say, man. I'm just tired of speaking with the Brooklyn. I'm just tired of talking about the Nets, man. Same dance, different tune, And people don't even watch sports, That's the sad part about it. People just want to, wait until the outcome or wait until the final decision. You know what I'm saying? People never dive into it. People never dissect what's really happening. They just want things fast. Now there's that. And that's today's era. Not even era. That's today's society. People want things fast and in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? They don't care how they get it, when they get it, they just want it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Back in the day, grooming, building up a rookie meant something. Now it's just, just throw the rookie in there and see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, I just think that the Knicks are doing it the right way. If they built through the draft like they should, the Knicks are going to be the ones that's going to be looked upon as the king of New York. You know what I'm saying? But, time will tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're going to win the championship. I'm not saying that they're not going to win the championship. But there is a possibility that it can go all bad. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way James Harden and Kyrie Irving is. You know what I'm saying? If KD had a John Wall type, then I would understand. Because I think John Wall is more reasonable. I think John Wall, despite his injuries, I think John Wall gets it. I think he gets the bigger picture. And I'll tell you this. I thought in my other video, I said the Houston Rockets won this trade, not because of the picks, just because the two assets that they had before. They picked up Cousins and John Wall. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that they're going to make noise in the playoffs and, they might upset somebody. No. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it before. We didn't expect the Heat to upset the Bucks, but they did. You know what I'm saying? We didn't expect the Nuggets to upset the Clippers, in the bubble, but they did. So you're going to have a fairy tale of 15 minutes or 15 seconds of fame, you know, eighth seeded versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have one of those Cinderella stories. I'm not saying that it's going to happen all the time, but once in a blue moon, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I think if the Rockets would have traded for John Wall, or if Brooklyn would have traded for John Wall, I think that would have been more reasonable, you know? Because James Harden is a crybaby. James Harden is a crybaby. James Harden wants everything. He wanted everything. He got everything, and it still didn't sum up to anything. You know, they didn't win anything when they had all those players. People think, oh, Westbrook and James Harden. No, small ball, foul. You know, CP3, as great as CP3 was, and he actually played very well in the playoffs. He played very well in the playoffs. Dwight Howard, you know what I'm saying? Running around, going from team to team to team. You know, James Harden wanted a big man, you know? He had Kent Capella. A lot of people will not even talk about him because they don't view him as a superstar. Probably a star, probably an up-and-coming star, but he also had two legitimate big men, and he still couldn't get the job done. So why? So what it's gonna take, you know? Like now he's surrounded with two great talent. So if it doesn't work, then what? Oh, it's James. Oh, it's Kyrie Irving's fault. Oh, it's Kevin Durant's fault. You can't blame them. It's James Harden. You know, just like Russell Westbrook, they're two peas in the pie. They do not get along with other stars. That's why James Harden, when he was by himself in Houston, he was putting up numbers, and it was going to championships. I mean, they was going to multiple playoff games. Even though they got shot out in the first round or probably the second round, they were still going to they were still going to the playoffs. James Harden needs structure. He had structure, didn't happen, didn't work. They tried everything. They gave him the keys to the city. Didn't necessarily work. So now that he's surrounded with two other great stars, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Same thing with Russell Westbrook when he had Carmelo Anthony and Paul George. A lot of people thought that it was going to work. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? When you put talent around Russell Westbrook, he diminished. You know, his playing style diminishes because he's so worried about his stat padding that, you know, he don't want to, you know, oh, give me that extra rebound. Oh, give me that extra assist. Oh, I need that extra block. Like, Kobe said it. MJ said it. You do not win that way. You do not win championships that way. That is the most asinine way to even play. Like, who actually plays like that? That's why people say that when it comes to Westbrook, yeah, Westbrook is this, Westbrook is that, but Westbrook has a low basketball IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like if Russell Westbrook had the IQ of John Stockton, he would have at least won 2 championships. At least. Now, I know John Stockton never won a championship, but I'm saying if he had that mindset, if he had that Jason Kidd mindset, or even better, if he had Jason Kidd's mindset, you know what I'm saying? He would have won a championship. But Russell Westbrook and James Harden are two pieces in the pie. They do not play well with other stars, and they're crybabies. You know, they'll give it 110%, no doubt about it. But at the same time, they're called divas for a reason. Just like how y'all like to say, and a wide receivers are divas. You could put the same label on James Harden and Russell Westbrook. They're divas. I'm not gonna go too far and say they're cancers, but they're just divas. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look at me, I'm flashy, this and that, but they don't understand the full picture. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James got it. You know what I'm saying? AD has it. KD has it. KG has it. Paul Pierce had it. You know what I'm saying? Ray Allen got the big picture. Why can't those two get it? That's why I say that they'll never win. They'll make it to the Hall of Fame because of their credentials, you know what I'm saying, and their accolades, but they'll never win a championship, you know? And it's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? So pump the brakes, you know what I'm saying? I'm still picking the Clippers to win it all, you know, because they got stubbed last year. You know, they was not supposed to lose to the damn Nuggets, to be honest with you, you know. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're a fan of the Nets, let me know in the comment section down below. How far will the Nets go? Will this turn into be a disaster? Will this turn into be, you know, blessing in disguise? You pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.